All right, so apparently NVIDIA is out here flexing, saying that they've shipped twice as many RTX 50 series graphics cards compared to the RTX 40 series at launch. Now, that is according to an article that I was reading on videocards.net, and I gotta be real with you, this claim is wildly misleading once you look at the actual details. Check this out. Like, if you're watching this and you've actually tried to buy one of these RTX 50 series cards, you're probably sitting there thinking, after reading this article, wait, okay, where are all the graphics cards then? Because I sure as hell can't find one. And yeah, you know what, exactly, that is the whole issue. So let's talk about it, because NVIDIA is playing some very, very clever marketing games here, making things sound great when in reality this launch has been, a mess for consumers. And also, just like a quick side note here, what's MSRP? It's basically a fantasy at this point. It's a suggestion, not a real price anyone actually pays at launch. So let's break it down. NVIDIA proudly claims to have shipped twice as many RTX 50 series cards in 5 weeks than the RTX 40 series, but it's misleading. No kidding. NVIDIA released a new slide for the GDC 2025 conference that is coming up soon. They discuss some RTX technologies and focus on the RTX 50 series as a whole. NVIDIA claims to have shipped twice as many 50 cards as the RTX 40 series within the first 5 weeks. Let's break this down, the twice as many claim. So here's what happened. NVIDIA is out here saying, we shipped double the amount of graphics cards this time. And on paper, yeah, that sounds pretty good. But the reason that number is so high is because they launched 4 models in the first 5 weeks, while with the 40 series, they only launched 1, which was the RTX 4090. So yeah, no kidding, they shipped more graphics cards this time. You had 4 times the product lineup in the same time frame. That's like saying, if you have a restaurant, my restaurant sold twice as many meals this month compared to last year. When last year, you only had 1 thing on the menu, and now you got an entire buffet. It's technically true, but also completely misleading when you realize how they're spinning it. The shortage supply, at the end of the day, the shortage supply is manufactured. If you're actually trying to buy one of these cards, you already know that, finding them in stock is a pain. NVIDIA keeps saying we ship more, but what they aren't saying is they're also trickling out supply in a very, very controlled way. Now, there are reports that I've read that NVIDIA has plenty of inventory, but they're holding back stock on purpose to create artificial scarcity. Why? Because when something's hard to get, people want it more. And when demand is high, prices stay high. It's classic supply manipulation. And dude, it's so obvious. You can't tell me you ship twice as many graphics cards, then in the same breath act like, oh no, we're sold out. I guess we have to, wait for restocks. Like, bro, come on. MSRP is a sales tactic, not a real thing. So let's talk about MSRP, because this is one of my biggest pet peeves of all time. When a graphics card launches, MSRP is basically a joke at this point. NVIDIA has been under fire for mishandling the RTX 50 series launch. Each model since launch has not been available at the promised MSRP, which increases the frustration among gamers. From our perspective, sharing such slides, which prove nothing, only cause more confusion. According to TweakTown, NVIDIA is working with partners to improve availability of cards at MSRP. So like NVIDIA says, the RTX 5090 starts at $1999, $2,000. And everyone's like, hey, that's not too bad. But then, try finding one at that price. Good luck. So what actually happens? The card drops, sells out in a couple minutes, and then suddenly the only ones that are left are some overpriced variants from the board partners like MSI, etc. So you're looking at $2,400, $2,700, and sometimes even $3,000 for a card that was supposed to be $1 under $2,000. And here's the best part. NVIDIA gets to pretend like this isn't their fault. They can be like, hey, we set the MSRP. It's the retailers and board partners that are pricing it higher. But let's be real. NVIDIA controls the supply. They know exactly what's happening. So who wins here? Who wins here? NVIDIA. They get to say their launch was a huge success while keeping those prices artificially high. Look good on paper. Investors are happy. They don't have to discount anything. So who loses? Who loses? Us, gamers, PC builders, the people trying to actually buy these cards. We get stuck in an artificial shortage while NVIDIA gets to, sit back and cash in. Must be nice. And I get it. NVIDIA is a business and businesses exist to make money. But the launch strategy sucks for consumers. It's frustrating. It makes people feel like they have to scramble to get a graphics card before the scalpers do. And it creates this weird pressure to overpay just to get your hands on a card. Look, I love gaming. I love hardware. I love building PCs. But I also hate seeing big companies play these games with us. The reality is this was not a smooth launch. This wasn't an example of NVIDIA doing better than last time. This was a carefully orchestrated way to make it seem like they were more successful than they actually were. And that's why I'm calling it out, because as someone who actually sells gaming PCs, I see this nonsense all the time. And I know firsthand how frustrating it is for people trying to build or upgrade their rigs. It sucks. Not a good time. A bad time even. But hey, what do you guys think? Do you think this launch has been BS? I'm guessing you probably agree. Or do you think NVIDIA is just playing the game like any other company? Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if you like this breakdown, hit the like button and all that other crap. All right, we'll see you in the next time. We'll see you next time. Wait, we'll see you in the next. I don't know. Bye.